I took an Uber home from the hospital on Tuesday. My Uber driver wasn't signaling. I was like, come on, man. Why you got people in traffic getting mad at me? I'm just along for the damn ride. You know the shit that I've been through? 4 stars him? I would never do that. Again, there's only 2 valid ratings in the gig economy. A 5-star review and an abstain from rating. If you give any other review, I want to be clear. If you get like a shit order from a restaurant, they like really fuck you up or like disrespect you or something like that, sure, you can give the restaurant a 1. But if you give like your DoorDash driver a 1 or like your Uber driver a 1 and they didn't actually threaten your physical safety, you gotta realize that actions have consequences. I mean, like if they almost get in an accident where you would have died, that's an acceptable 1. Or if they start ranting at you about like conspiracy theories or something like that, sure, give them a 1. But if it's just like, that wasn't the best drive I've ever had, I have some modest concerns, and you give them a 4, you need to have your app permissions taken away. I mean, we really do live in a world of like some rating inflation, right? Like, I'm guilty of it too. If I see a restaurant and the restaurant's reviews on Google are like 4.1, I'm like, why would I ever eat here? 82%? Are you kidding me? Ooh, that was scary. Like, what would you say if you were planning to go out to a restaurant? What's the minimum? What's the highest score where you would be like, no, let's look for something else? If I want something and it's a 4.5 or above, I'm not looking anywhere else. But honestly, if I was like, oh, there's a new place that just opened, and then I went to the reviews and it was 4.2, I'd be like, nah, honestly, I don't think I'm a 4.2 guy. I think I'm a 4.3 and up. Dude, when you get into a lot of people are saying 3s, 3.1. That's, when you get into the 3s, you're getting into like downtown city center, Tim Hortons, like Burger King sort of reviews. Like, I think you got to treat yourself better than that. Like, the Canada Revenue Agency in Surrey, this is where I send my checks to. I got to Google it for the address all the time. The Canada Revenue Agency, our version of the IRS, has a 2.5. So just think about that you might be like, you know what? I think a 3 restaurant is good enough. Come on, you gotta at least push for them to, maybe like a 3.9 or above, but a 3.1 or something like that, absolutely not. I do find though that what's funny is that the people who review like fancy restaurants are like very tolerant of variations in food standards. They'll be like, well, the polenta wasn't that good today, but usually it's great. I give it a 4-star performance. I have no depth perception, by the way. It must be the Campylobacter. The people who review fast food restaurants have insane standards of quality. They'll be like, every time I come here, I tell them 2 barbecue, and I always get 1 barbecue, 1 sweet and sour. 1 star. Other people will be like, you know, the foie gras has seen better days. 3 stars. McDonald's, they're like, they wouldn't give me the bathroom code. Well, actually, that's kind of a serious thing. That would be, I think being forced to shit your pants in the McDonald's probably is justifiably a 1-star review. That was a bad example. Or they'll have the reviews that are like, the cashier at the front of McDonald's hates men. She hates old men. Every day I come in here, she never smiles at me. I keep coming back every day because I'm a fucking idiot. 1 star. They got like such high standards, man. They got Hawksworth standards at a McDonald's location. I've never used the bathroom code. Honestly, I know, like, I feel like I'm playing Deus Ex. Like, I know all the bathroom codes in my neighborhood. You know how gangster it feels to just walk into, like, the grocery store, not have to ask the cashier for the code, and just go straight to the bathroom? I feel like JC Denton for real. It's like I don't need to ask the cashier for a code. I already read it in a memo on the assistant manager's desk when I climbed in through the damn vents. Anyway, yeah, bathroom codes. I don't have to hide my bathroom code, unlike you. I don't like bathroom, like, don't get me wrong. I understand the philosophy behind bathroom codes, but I don't think they actually stop people from abusing a bathroom. I think instead, they just punish people who have social anxiety or like a fetish for politeness. Like, I think if you're gonna go into the bathroom and kind of like fuck it up, like pass out, you're gonna have the self-confidence to walk over to the cashier and be like, what's the bathroom code? And like, what's the cashier gonna do? They're not at the pay grade where they're like the bouncer for the bathroom. They're gonna look at you and be like, no, we don't give you the dignity of being allowed to take a shit in our grocery store. They're just gonna tell you the code. But instead, it's honestly, and I say this without any pride, it's people like me that are like, oh, the bathroom has a code. That's all right. I'll just pee my pants instead.